Hey, I'm Lauren from TastyPC.tv. In this video I'm taking a look at the Vortex POK3R mechanical keyboard. Before I start I want to say I'm really sorry it's been so long since I last made a video for you all. Things have just been... yeah, but a new video, finally, so yay. So with the Polka, it's a 60% keyboard, mine having the 62 ISO layout. Although of course depending on where you live is what region layout you get, so don't worry. I know there's always some confusion when I look at keyboards. In terms of the spacing of the keys, that's all completely standard, so it'd be easy to get a full replacement set of keycaps if you wanted to. With the keycaps that it comes with though, they're PBT plastic. The lettering on them is really nice font. It's grey on the white one and kind of creamish on the grey one. Although I have started to notice that the legends are appearing to look a little faded in places. And I googled it, and this is an issue like a lot of people are having, like it's not just my engineering sample, so that's something I'm going to have to get back to in the conclusion. But until then, the keyboard's available in two different colours. I've got the white one. I originally really didn't want the white one because I find that with a lot of white hardware, they have a very kind of like kitchen appliance-y look to them. But I just completely forgot to say when I was saying what colour Cherry MX switches I wanted, what colour the keyboard I wanted, and I ended up with the white one. But I'm really glad that I got the white one. Like when I first got it out the box, I was literally stunned by how nice it looks, like literally. Like I feel like it's the subtle difference in shade of white between the keycaps and base, and also visible difference in texture that just really breaks it up and just makes it look so nice. Like I'm really glad I've got the white one. I'm sure the other one's nice too, but I'm really glad I've got the white one. But yeah, so it uses Cherry MX switches. I went for brown, so that's my favourite colour, Cherry MX switch. Stabilizers are cherry and the switches are plate mounted. And I'll let you hear the difference between the keys with just switches and the ones with both switches and stabilizers, remembering that I've specifically got brown switches. So I'd have to say that using the POK3R for me is the best typing has ever felt. Like I do have another keyboard with Cherry MX browns, but I feel like it's just the POK's combination of, you know, the switch types, the keycaps, just its complete package that makes it feel epic for me. But you know, while I love the feel of typing on it, you might hate it. The thing with keyboards, it's very subjective, but the great thing about the mechanical keyboard market is you can find the perfect keyboard for you. In terms of actually using the keyboard though, 60% is definitely not my favourite form factor. Like I'd say for me, 10 keyless is probably the perfect balance between size and dedicated keys. Because with a 60% keyboard, obviously the pros is that thanks to its size, it's very easy to create like a, you know, like a minimalistic, comfortable desk setup, and you know, it's great to travel with. But the cons is that you lose a lot of dedicated keys, finding them instead attached to other keys. So like with the POK3R, the arrow keys are on I, J, K and L. So 60% keyboards definitely aren't for everyone, and they do take some getting used to. So the POK3R offers you macro customization in the form of key layers, and you've got 4 layers. Layers 2, 3 and 4 are customizable, but the first layer is like the out of the box set profile. And you can assign a macro to all the keys on the customizable layers, except for the ones that are like used in the programming process. And I put a list of them on the screen for you. But all you've got to do to assign a macro to a key is choose the layer you want to be on by pressing either FN, less than, greater than, or question mark. And you'll get a blue LED for layer 2, a red LED for layer 3 and a purple LED for layer 4. Then just enter the program mode by hitting FN and right control, and you'll see an LED on the right side of the spacebar light up. Choose the key you want to assign the program to, type in whatever you want and press PN to save it. You've got up to 31 keystrokes, so that should hopefully be enough for anything you want to do. And like, so for example, you could have it like type out your email address if you wanted to. And you can also add time delays between the keystrokes by pressing either FNT, FNG or FNB. But once you're done program macros, you can continue to go on to program more, or you can quit by pressing FN and right control again to leave the program mode, or just wait and it'll like exit automatically after a few seconds. But to clear the macros, you can either do it by layer by going onto the layer you want and then holding FN and R, or holding both Alts to clear all the layers. But this is probably a good time to mention that in the most recent firmware update I did, Vortex have added volume control on FNS, FND and FNF, so you've now got volume up, volume down and mute. Probably also a good time to mention the dip switch on the bottom of the keyboard, as the first two switches allow you to change the keyboard's layout between QWERTY, Dvorak and Colemak. So both off is QWERTY, both on is Colemak, and one on but two off is Dvorak. Switch 3 allows you to change the caps lock key to an FN key, and switch 4 allows you to move the location of either the FN or PN key. So to do that, all you've got to do is flick the switch on while the keyboard's off, then plug in the white detachable USB to mini USB cable, choose either the FN or PN key, choose the key you want to move it to, and then flick the switch off. It's that simple. So with the Poker's base, it's cast aluminium, whereas the previous versions of Poker keyboards had plastic bases. Now despite this, the keyboard hasn't really gone up in price at all, which is pretty epic given that the base really adds to the keyboard's sturdiness, and these sort of like cast aluminium cases are usually the type of thing you have to get involved in like a group buy to get hold of, so it's definitely very cool. But yeah, so on the bottom of the case you've got 4-hour pad to grip and like a little metal plate with the Enjoy Your Feelings slogan on it. And you can easily get the PCB out of the case if you want to. It's just six little screws. It is very fiddly to get them out if you don't have a magnetic screwdriver though, but once you do you can see the PCB is a really gorgeous red with the Vortex logo on it in white. So concluding my thoughts on the Poker 3, I really love this keyboard and it's easy to see why it's so popular amongst mechanical keyboard enthusiasts. Any kind of complaints that I might have had about key functionality come down to it being a 60% keyboard, and you can't like complain at it for being what it is. It would be like moaning at a mini RTX board for having less SATA ports or PCIe lanes than a motherboard with bigger form factor. Any complaints that I might have had about it not having LED backlighting are kind of void thanks to Vortex now making LED backlit and RGB versions of the keyboard. And to be fair, I'm actually, like, the non-LED covert look is really, like, growing on me. But yeah, I had no complaints about the keyboard. I was ready to sing it praises, give it my highest award, until I noticed that the lettering was appearing faded in places. And this is something that if you're going to be getting the LED backlit version of the keyboard, not going to be an issue at all. If you're one of those people that's looking to buy a keyboard and then like a full replacement keycap set for it, because I know that a lot of people do that, like when I can afford to one day I plan to buy full replacement keycap sets for all of my keyboards, then the keyboard is still, you know, a great one to consider. But if you want the keyboard as it is, I'm afraid I can't recommend it, which is really frustrating because I love it still and I want to give it my highest award, but I can't give it an award at all, so yeah. But yeah, so that was my review of the Vortex POK3R mechanical keyboard. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and you want to see more of my videos. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the video, and thanks for watching.